I'm in the house with my co-host, the Chat.
That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Wait, his name is No Malice now. See, it's things like that. It's things like that that prevent me from taking you seriously as a gangster rapper. Your name was Malice, and then when you switch it up or you change your name to No Malice, like, whatever, man. Like, it's at the end of the day, we all got to realize that the hardest dudes in the world are not going to become any type of musician. There's a little bit of artistic freedom being taken. What up to the real DJ Alyssa Monsanto? Oh yeah, I saw that. So she came out with a documentary basically on K Reno. I need to check that out. I saw you in the comments. Appreciate you linking that to me. And thanks for coming down to the stream. All right, it's the most popular shuffle. Let's see what we got here. Shout out K Reno, man. K Reno's fire. I'm glad I discovered that artist. Well, I'm glad y'all put me on to him. I ain't discovered somebody that's been around for damn near 30 years. You know what I mean? I'm glad y'all put me on to him. This is spiritual warfare, but okay. This BIZZY BONE album, by the way, this is Ricky. Ricky added this, I'm 99% sure. This BIZZY BONE album right here has put up a couple of tracks that I genuinely liked. Like the BIZZY BONE, the Pissed Off. That was the last one I reacted to that I really, like, I enjoyed that. He was pissed. He was going at the dudes that have been stealing his music and putting it on streaming sites. He was going in. He said, hey, I got everything to lose. You might got enough for some shoes. That was some bars right there. He said, I got everything to lose. You might got enough for some shoes. That was some stunting right there. Oh, I thought it was a diss track.
The people be afraid to jump, but really they should be afraid of them. I pass crater gun, a nigga, what do you remember when you lay with them? Was anything poppin' with you and not to stay with them? I got to pray with them, cause ain't nobody gonna give us a pass. Though let me look at the past, a nigga dying, a nigga trying. Under the rips to mash, they gon' me and I'm gonna miss the glass. I bet he's slipping in remission and a premonition. Always something that you gotta give up, throwing the blood and I gotta get away from the cup. A nigga never could he play with us. Did they put him on a path? Did they give him what he asked? I don't think a motherfucker.
So I've got a couple comments on the Bone Thugs and Harmony all shit reaction about people getting tired of BIZZY. Like, apparently he's doing a very high pitched voice nowadays. I always felt like his voice was pretty high pitched, so I'm not really hearing it as much as a lot of people in the comments. But some people are like, I'm tired of him doing that voice. I like the more gruff BIZZY. It's like BIZZY Bone's always had like a high octave voice.
The people be afraid to jump, but really they should be afraid of them. I pass crater gun, a nigga, what do you remember when you lay with them? Was anything poppin' with you and not to stay with them? I got to pray with them, cause ain't nobody gonna give us a pass. Though let me look at the past, a nigga dying, a nigga trying. Under the rips to mash, they gon' me and I'm gonna miss the glass. I bet he's slipping in remission and a premonition. Always something that you gotta give up, throwing the blood and I gotta get away from the cup. A nigga never could he play with us. Did they put him on a path? Did they give him what he asked? I don't think a motherfucker really know the half. Rich enough to never be bitter and just laugh. Let me check the tags, we don't need extra bags. I remember when they told me that the money wouldn't last.
Hey, we ain't gonna be doing no bone slander over here. Shout out DJ Alyssa Monsanto. Shout out you. And Killer Priest. And listen, I'm not gonna be down in Killer Priest. Killer Priest is one of the most lyrical MCs to come out of the whole Wu flag. I think he did not get as much shine and acknowledgement that he should have gotten out of being from under that umbrella. I felt like, at one point he was the hottest under the Wu label. And who else? And Hellraiser. I thought you said Hellraiser. I was about to say I put a stop there. Let me stop. Killer. Okay, well, maybe we should check that out then. We might want to check that out. But yeah, we ain't gonna be dissing on BIZZY BONE, man. We're a Bone Thugs and Harmony partial channel. Well, I'm partial to Bone Thugs and Harmony. Everybody else in the chat might not be. Tim says it's hibbity dibbity music.
Always something that you gotta give up, throwing the blood and I gotta get away from the cup. A nigga never could he play with us. Did they put him on a path? Did they give him what he asked? I don't think a motherfucker really know the half.
A dose one in a BIZZY BONE track would be madness. I'm on record saying that.
Rich enough to never be bitter and just laugh. Let me check the tags. We don't need extra bags. I remember when they told me that the money wouldn't last. I remember when they told me that the meteoric crowds would pass. But I kept on grinding. I got away from all the people that were trash. You had to carry your niggas. I had to bury my niggas. So why you niggas so mad? I don't wanna be your dad, but you better do your cash out. He don't bad. All y'all don't want none of this. That's why they had to be shot. 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 All y'all don't want none of this. That's why they had to be shot. 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 Pushing up daisies, maybe I just go crazy. I just go crazy. That's why they had to be shot. 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 Pushing up daisies, maybe I just go crazy.
I definitely have heard better. I've definitely heard better. There's not enough harmony in the flow right now. Like Bizzy, of course he could rap. Oh, you got bad weather, tornadoes. Damn. Just stay inside, be safe. I've definitely heard better Bizzy Bone tracks to this, but
I just go crazy. That's why they had to be shot. 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 We don't wanna believe what we seen. So many people came at him. He thought he was Lord of the Rings. I don't think God was with him, cause if he was with him, he wouldn't be stuck in ravines.
Ban invasion?
With somebody called the regime Pythagorean theorem. Somebody bury him, parry the punches. My nigga, you getting cream. Getting real serious, isn't it? Little fella got nosy and shit in it. It's like teaching the dog in the ghetto. He's making him sit in it. Shopping at Ross and I found it supreme. Me and my mind, I'm designing a scheme. Carry him quickly to get out my cerebellum. Gotta keep.
He said he got the shit in it, like teaching a dog in the ghetto. He's making him sit in it. Is that what? How do you teach a dog not to shit in the house? And when you live in the hood, you make the dog sit in it. I didn't know that was a thing. I've been hood adjacent most of my life, you know, hood parallel, but I've never heard of somebody doing that to their dog. And cause now you got a dog with a dirty doo-doo butt walking around your house. Like, what do? You give him a bath after you make him sit in it? This track is kinda. I ain't gonna lie to you, Bizzy. I've heard much better. I'm getting slightly disappointed here, Biz.
Got nosy and shit in it. It's like teaching the dog in the ghetto. He's making him sit in it. Shopping at Ross and I found it supreme. Me and my mind, I'm designing a scheme. Carry him quickly to get out my cerebellum. Gotta keep a nigga off the feed. Looking at streams. I fuck with the people that's looking at fiends. We in the trenches will never be free until we get reparations for the labor. We did it for free. The crossroads been a part of those with a buzz. Lost for words, my nigga. Don't let me go off. It's all supposed to be written. I write it off in a humble abode. They mumbling and then they soft. All y'all don't want none of this. That's why they had to be shot, they had to be shot, they had to be shot, they had to be shot. All y'all don't want none of this. That's why they had to be shot, they had to be shot, they had to be shot, they had to be shot.
I don't deny that.
That's why they had to be shot, they had to be shot, they had to be shot, they had to be shot. Pushing up daisies, maybe I just go crazy, I just go crazy. That's why they had to be shot, they had to be shot, they had to be shot, they had to be shot. Pushing up daisies, maybe I just go crazy, I just go crazy. That's why they had to be shot, they had to be shot, they had to be shot, they had to be shot. Pushing up daisies, maybe I just go crazy, I just go crazy. That's why they had to be shot, they had to be shot, they had to be shot, they had to be shot.
I'm not gonna argue with that concept right there, or that statement. Industry artists be weirdos, all of them. I think in order to be successful to the point that you are a real genuine industry artist, like you are a staple in like award shows and soundtracks and you know and the like. I think you really have to either be a weirdo yourself or be very very comfortable and accepting of weird shit. Like you're not gonna be in that walk of life and try to have morals and values. I don't believe that at all. All right, but this is Bizzy Bone Spiritual Warfare. What is shit spiritual about anything that he said in there? So yeah, is this the same album that had R.I.P. Pat Stay in it, and he ain't talk about Pat Stay at all? I don't know what Bizzy was up to when he put out these tracks, yo. Shout out my man Ricky. I saw Ricky add a couple tracks to this joint. I appreciate him. All right, send that one.
Okay, this is bullshit. Moses was an asshole. Moses was a petty, immature, selfish man. Oh, he was good at one thing. Let's bring in the worst out of everybody he met.
Yeah! And that nigga owe me $5.